Welcome to my humble toy factory. As you see, me and my elves have lots of work, making sure every child gets what they dream of. Indeed, we're preparing your gifts too. The elves have told me a lot about you. 1 second, I have a photo of you somewhere. I know. Oh, this picture is especially close to my heart.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or are watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform, we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I also need to let everybody know that the subscriber mode has been enabled, meaning if you are not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you will need to subscribe to the channel. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. Whether you've been a member since day one or just recently, I really appreciate all the love and all the support you've given me. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, particularly Instagram and TikTok. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices, and a huge shout out to all those who are in the clouds. So what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. If you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and set the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on a playback. As you can see by the thumbnail, tonight I'm going to be having another episode of Open Discussion. Basically, what it is, I'll be talking about things that are on my mind where I have an opinion. Also, if you have a topic that you want me to discuss, as long as we keep it respectable, we will discuss it. I just also want to let everybody know that the link to join the panel has been pinned. Okay. However, if you are new here, you will have to come up in the backstage. Those that choose not to will not be allowed on the panel. And those who constantly try to get on the backstage and refuse to come up, you will be banned from the platform. Okay? And it's necessary for me to make sure that no one flashes any inappropriate content, if you catch my drift. So there's a few things that I want to discuss that's going to be on my mind. Okay. Now, I'm going to share an article. Just give me a moment. Okay. And basically, I see we have Keisha in the chat. Good evening. Thank you very much for stopping by. I hope that you're doing well. As you can see here, Eric Adams, our mayor, is in trouble again. Okay, and this appeared on Political's website. And yes, city largest public union sues Adams over administration over budget cuts. Let's see what is the problem. Eric Adams and his administration Wednesday over booming budget cuts. Political can first report the latest sign is planned spending reductions are hurting the mayor's political coalition at particularly a difficult time in Adams' tenure. DC 37, an early and local backer of Adams in the 2021 mayor primary, filed suit in state Supreme Court in Manhattan, accusing the mayor of his administration of failing to properly vet the decision to nix thousands of union jobs as city officials seek to close an anticipated $7 billion budget gap. The approach to deal with the budget deficit has been short-sighted, Henry Garrido, the union's executive director, said in an interview. When you exclusively cut services to deal with a shortfall and you don't pursue revenue collection options that you have, the public gets more upset at city workers because the garbage takes longer to be picked up, it takes longer to take care of their calls, and it takes longer to deal with emergencies. In its suit, the labor organizations alleged the city did not conduct a required cost-benefit analysis before proposing cuts that would slash 2,300 jobs training participants in the parks and sanitation departments, positions Garrido believes would be filled with non-union contractors. Mayor spokesman Liz Garcia said that the city has been balancing the budget in the face of serious economic headwinds without layoffs and with minimal disruption to service. She also noted that Adams recently negotiated a new contract with the city unionized workforce, including 90,000 DC 37 employees. We are confident that we'll took all appropriate steps in preparing to November plan, and we will review the complaint. DC 37 took from the Blasey administration to over COVID vaccine mandates. But this marks the first instance in union suing the administration, a move that highlights the strains of budgets are placing the backers of the mayor. This will be the public sentiment on Garrido's side. In a recent Independent University poll, 83% of New Yorkers reported they're being concerned that the mayor planned budget cuts will impact their daily lives. The mayor also received a record low job approval rating of 28% in that survey. And we're going to park it here. Okay, let me just give you my thoughts about the situation. Okay. The fact of the matter is this. The mayor is dealing with a lot of issues. One of the issues is, of course, the situation regarding the migrants, okay, which basically he opened the door to invite thousands of people to come into New York. And there's, of course, the shelter system was overwhelmed to begin with, taking care of our homeless. But now we're dealing with the migrants and what have you. Well, it's true that there have been no layoffs in the previous years. However, the mayor should have, had a discussion with DC 37 regarding what ways can we do to try to cut the budget deficit. Okay, and the fact of the matter is, you already have a lot of vacancies in city government, which is a situation you have more people working with less. And what might happen is you might have another mass exodus of city employees. Particularly this happened 3 years ago in the midst of the pandemic with the COVID-19 mandates. I've stated this before, and I'm going to state it again. I've never been a person that mandated people need to be vaccinated. What I always stated was people need to be informed regarding what are the issues regarding their health, seek advice by their primary care physician, and then once you have that information, you decide what is the course of action. Okay? That's been my position. That's going to always be my position. Okay? And it is what it is. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. Tonight, it's open discussion. So basically, I'm going to talk about things that are on my mind. Okay. So now, going from the incredible, we're going to the insane. Okay. And unfortunately, we're going to have to talk about our favorite number one Canadian mental patient, known as Hybrid the Sheriff. Okay. And of course, he is in denial again due to talking about that his channel has been deleted and has been privated. And then he shows some screenshots stating that a channel can be privated. That is not conclusive evidence. And as I recall, he stated similar language when his first channel was deleted. So, and again, and I go back to my original statement. He has multiple issues. What he needs to do is the following. He needs to get off of YouTube. He needs to go seek therapy to deal with whatever issues that he have. Instead of getting into conflicts with me or conflicts with Grandma Sean or anybody else. Okay. And contrary to what some people believe, I do not wish him any ill will. But he does need help. Okay. So let's continue. Now, let me just discuss regarding certain plans I have. Now, next week, I'm going to be on vacation. Okay. No, I'm not going to go travel, but I am going to do some fun stuff. Okay. Yeah, that is an issue. Okay. I'm going to be talking more about the mental issues, particularly when it comes to his so-called girlfriend, Molava Pixie. That is, if he does have a girlfriend, I don't know. All in due time. Now, actually, I'm free next week. So, of course, the highlight of my week is that I'm going to do something that I have never done before in my life. Okay. And for a person that was born and raised in New York, I have never been to Rockefeller Center to catch the Christmas Spectacular. You know what? I have a feeling that it's Hybrid in drag. I don't think he has a girlfriend. Okay. All this talk about, but let me just, I'll address this soon. So what I'm going to do is the following. First of all, I'm going to go to Rockefeller Center. I'm going to take a look at the Christmas tree. Then I'm going to go to Radio City Music Hall to watch the Rockettes in the Christmas Spectacular. Okay. So I'm actually I'm going to be catching a late morning matinee. Okay. And I'm really looking forward to it. And then after that, I'm going to treat myself to a nice meal. Okay. So next week is basically, let's see. I don't think he has a girlfriend. I mean, could you imagine a member of the opposite sex having to deal with him talk all day about this heteronormative crap? Okay. So what I will be doing is I'll be doing like short videos. Now I'm not going to videotape inside of the theater because I don't think they allowed you to do that, and plus I don't want to air any content because I could be hit with a community strike. Okay. Speaking about that, for a person, exactly. That is my point. Exactly. No one has actually seen what this mulatto pixie look like. Okay. No one see him, her. No one has actually no. I mean, and actually, if you go to mulatto pixie's um, platform, guess who you listen to? Hybrid the Sheriff, or Hybrid the Queen Slayer, or Hybrid the Healer, or whatever um, person he wants to dream up he is. Okay. And the fact of the matter is, look, for almost 2.5 years, my platform has one name only: Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. It is not whatever. It is not the 10th letter. It is Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Unfortunately, this person had to keep changing his name, his identity. Okay, instead of changing your name, try changing your calendar. Okay. So, and of course, that's part of my plan for next. Now, next week, I'm going to be going to the second of three holiday parties, which I have been attending to. Okay. So Tuesday, I'm going to go see the Rockettes, and Thursday, I'm going to an office party. Okay, whether it be food, whether it be drinks, whether it be I'll try to do a little dancing. So I'm gonna have fun, 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 fun. Okay. Actually, there's gonna be three parties, which in total I'll be invited to. The first party I went to was at Thursday night. The second party I'm attending will be next Thursday. And I'm going to another party on New Year's Eve. So I'm gonna do my best to enjoy myself. I'm not going to go on talking about this heteronormative crap that he's been on that no one cares about. Okay. So being that I'm on vacation next week, um, I'm thinking about doing maybe 4 shows. Maybe I'll probably I'll I'll make a decision about it next week. Now, of course, I do have some streams that have already been scheduled. Now, Sunday, I'm going to be talking about um, Parkchester, which is, for those who don't know, that's the neighbor I live in. So I'm going to be talking about why I love Parkchester and what makes Parkchester a wonderful place to live. And then later in the week, of course, I'm going to have a special stream on the eve of the first day of winter. So my stream is going to be titled "Happy First Day of Winter." So I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite time of the year, why I like winter. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit different. Some people may not like. I know some people don't like winter because it's cold and you got to bundle up and things of that nature. But in all fairness, in every season, there are good things and bad things of each season. Okay, like for example, in the summertime, of course, you go to the, you get to go to the beach, you go to the swimming pool, and that's where the majority of people they go on vacation and things of that nature, and they enjoy sun. Yeah, and then there are those who love the spring and the fall because spring, it's of course symbolizes life being formed and created, and then the fall. Um, the leaves change colors, and then you have um, other fun holidays and things of that nature. So it's going to be my time to glorify in the arrival of winter. Now, what's going to be the other topics? That I'm still working on. Okay, so that's good. So I'm probably going to do maybe 4 streams next week. I'll do one on Friday. I'm gonna do one on Wednesday, Sunday. We'll see about Monday or Tuesday. The next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the circus. Okay, and it seems like now for those of you who are not familiar with the term the circus, that is my term for a collective of individuals um, who are immature, that cannot debate logically, that have to resort to name calling, that have to resort to trying to demean people and call people names and try to cause friction with people. Unfortunately, we have seen this a couple of times where there have been a couple of trolls that got on the backstage and then wanted to get on the panel. However, um, I did not allow them to join the panel because they would not cam up. Okay. And I know people have a hard time understanding this, but the fact of the matter is, this is how I conduct things on my platform. Okay. Here, everyone is encouraged to express their point of view as they see fit. The only thing I ask is be mutually respectful. Uh, don't denigrate anyone on the panel or on the chat. Okay. And if you're new here, you got to cam up in the backstage. I'm not asking you to cam up here. I mean, you don't have to cam up here, but you have to cam up in the backstage because the fact of the matter is, the last thing I want is someone to flash something inappropriate. Okay. But you know what? Let's talk about Melanda Pixie. Now, I noticed that she did a meme regarding me. Now, I'm going to be addressing her. Look, I don't have an issue with you. I understand. Well, let's just say for the sake of argument, you're real. Okay. And you want to support your quote unquote boyfriend. Just bear in mind, if you come after me, don't be surprised you get a response. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. And frankly, I don't think Malala Pixie exists. Okay? First of all, no one has actually seen her in, whether it be in avatar form or cam up. Number one. No one actually seen her, type anything on Hybrid's platform. Well, his secondary platform, because remember his main platform was deleted. Oh, correction, privated. Okay, because he's being harassed by certain individuals. He's being threatened by certain individuals. Okay, she has okay. She has a channel. She has an avatar. But the question I have is the following. Is the avatar Mother Pixie her avatar? Or is this basically hybrid pretending that he has a girlfriend? Okay. Let me put it to you this way. Whether he has a girlfriend or not, that's whatever. Okay. But if she does exist, okay, I have a question. Why is hybrid talking on a platform and does not allow her to speak? Okay, she has videos and she does streams. The problem is if you go to her platform, you're not going to hear Mulata Pixie. You're going to hear, guess what? Hybrid. Okay. Which I suspect that it's a figment of his imagination, and basically that is his coping mechanism, because he loves to talk about how you, Irby, is a simp, and how I am an old, lonely, senile, white guy. Okay, I'm old and lonely, but yet, just about every week I have people talking in the chat. Not compare. I mean, when you compare it to hybrid streams, I mean, it's basically himself and supposedly this Mulata Pixie. That's the reason why. Okay. Now I know he's gonna be doing a stream tomorrow, and well, supposedly tomorrow on his channel Hybrid the Sheriff, and of course he's gonna make mentions regarding Grand Beauchamp. Okay. But just now just for fun, let me just read his mission statement on the channel that he has now. Official security police channel of the Mulata Spear. Mostly names, receipts, videos, archive, but not limited to dealing with the inter-community messiness. Excuse me? That's why I say Mulata Pixie does not exist, folks. That's why I say it, okay? Because if she did exist, then she should be able to say whatever the fluff is on her mind. Okay? Oh, wow. His platform got 4,856 views. Congratulations. You're approaching the the 5,000 view mark. Guess what? I did that on one's meme, okay, a couple of weeks ago. Exactly. That is my point right there. You're talking about now. This is Mulata Pixie's description. memes, edits, and so much more. Official thumbnail artiste of the Molavosphere. Molavosphere hybrid is my Clyde. that is if she exists. Again, folks, the question is, does she exist? I don't think so. Oh, interesting thought. People on YouTube saying she exists, but she's definitely underage or scamming him. Yeah, but you know what? We got to be careful because um, I know one of the accusation. Um, I'm not going to use the term. Where, but I'm just going to say uh, inappropriate um, dealings with people under the age of consent. Okay. Now, again, if she does exist, then you should be able to hear her own voice, not hybrids. Okay. But that's near here, no there. Okay. So all I'm going to say is the following: if she does exist, allow her to speak. Que Dios te bendiga, hija. Long time no see. How you doing? How is MK and how is Grayson doing? Thank you very much for stopping by. This is just tonight. It's just basically open discussion. So I'm just talking the things that's on my mind. Okay. Um. No, excuse me. It doesn't. Okay. So let's just unfortunately, the delusion is real, okay? And I'm not talking about, okay, I'm glad to hear that. Um, I know that you are in the middle of your sabbatical, but if you want to hit the link to join the panel, fine. Otherwise, I get it. But let me tell you something: the delusion is real. And lately, I've been dealing with certain individuals that have been trying to get. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay. Um so you know what? Just let me know when you get on and I'll do everything possible to get on, okay? And good evening, Giorgio. Thank you very much. Yes, it's been a while. Okay, yes, it's been a while. But you know what, Denise? The fact of the matter is, we all need a break from YouTube now and then. I mean, first of all, because we do have um, things that we need to, we need to take care of, and I'm gonna. Yes. And actually, unless I'm mistaken, Denise, you're welcome. Unless I'm mistaken, I think Grace, he's going to be 1 years old soon. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was born on Christmas Eve. If I'm not mistaken, if I am, please correct me. Okay. Now, I actually, I believe I'm going to be in LA next year because I'm going to be attending a big. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So actually, next year, my union will be sending people to attend a big union convention in LA next year. So hopefully, we'll be able to link up and I'll be able to meet you, MK, and And Grayson. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you know what? The fact that, look, let me tell you something. Um, I love to see children when they make 1 years old. I love it. I just love it. Okay, it just warms my heart. Just warm my heart to see when they celebrate their first birthday. Now I know in my case I'm like 20,000 years old and what have you, and but you learn you learn how to value certain things. Okay, and I really look forward to hopefully meeting you, Denise, Grayson, and MK next year. Hopefully, you will grant me the privilege. But oh my goodness gracious, I cannot wait. Denise, next week I'm actually going to see the Christmas Spectacular at Rockefeller Center um, next week. So what I'll do is I'll post some pictures and I'll send it to you. Some pictures to you on the on your Instagram. Okay, I appreciate it, Georgia. So look, let me tell you. Let's see what's this. Oh wow! I would have loved to have been there, but you know what? There's a time and a season for everything. Okay, and when I think about this year, um, you know, when I think about this year, okay, there have been there have been some there have been some fun moments. Okay, first of all, the fact I was able actually unless I'm mistaken, I think he lives in Nevada. Okay, Georgia, if I'm in error, please correct me. I think you live in Nevada or Colorado somewhere. Um, First of all, uh, I was able to um, go to Kansas City. Okay, wow. Okay, yes, believe me, Denise, you don't know how much you have been missed. I mean, really, you have been missed a great deal. Now, I've tried to come. Well, okay, okay, I cannot fill your shoes, but I've tried to create quality content, and I'm so proud of the fact that now I actually reach 45,000 views. Okay, and that means a lot for me considering I'm a small creator, but let's get back to the delusion is real. I mean, we have seen a lot of delusional things this year. First of all, as far as certain people of both sexes making outrageous expectations. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, wow, congratulations. Congratulations to you, Jojo. Yeah. But you know what? Look, let me tell you something. Um, there are more important things than YouTube. Okay. I'm gonna DM you tomorrow because there's a couple of things that I'm gonna share with you regarding my health. Um, I got some concerning news. Uh, at this point, I do not know yet. Okay. Um, Hopefully before the end of the year, I will know. Okay. But most likely it's probably going to be sometime in the summertime because every 2 years, the American Federation of State and County Municipal Employees has its general convention. So I'll let you know as soon as. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we got to do that. We got to do that. So, but going. Good evening, Luca. You know what? Look, if he wasn't such a prick, I would feel sorry for the guy. Okay, first of all, let's take a look. Let's take a look at my life and you compare it to his. Okay. First of all, I'm not lonely, not in the least. I have a great deal of love and support from from multiple people, particularly when it comes to come to this platform. Okay, um, and my focus is to be the best version of myself. That's my focus. Okay. And in doing that, of course, I'm going to talk about multiple topics. Okay. And whenever I can, I'm going to link up with other creators to do so. Okay. And this is not an echo chamber here. It's never been an echo chamber. It's never going to be an echo chamber. Okay. Um, if we have disagreements, we are able to discuss it here. Okay. Um, in fact, I'll give you a perfect example. I remember, yes, yes, we will. Look, I remember when we had a discussion right here on this platform regarding C-19. And of course, there was disagreement regarding whether or not the pandemic is over. Okay. Denise came to the conclusion that it is. I came to the conclusion it was not. Okay. What we did, we discussed it like adults. Denise presented her evidence. I presented mine. Okay. Well, you know what? Look, let me tell you something. Okay. Well, thank you very much for stopping by. I will DM you tomorrow because I got some um, information, no, issue regarding my health. So I'll DM you tomorrow. Thank you very much for stopping by. But look, this is my thing. As I said it before, we discussed it. We both presented our evidence, and I came to the conclusion that Denise was correct. Okay. Why? Because Denise presented a better argument than I did. Okay. And I don't have a problem admitting that. Okay. I don't have a problem admitting that. And that's a sign of maturity. When you present your evidence and you find out that someone has a better, has more, is able to do a better job presenting their evidence, then you know what? You just take the L and just accept it and just move on. Unfortunately, you have certain individuals here in these YouTube streets They're not able to do that. Okay. I'm not gonna. I don't want to mention names, but we have seen on multiple platforms when people are challenged with their beliefs, instead of just sitting down and thinking maybe what the person is saying is actual factual, but then they get personal and they go into attack mode. Okay. And look, the bottom line is this. Um, thank you. Thank you. The bottom line is this. If the other person makes a more convincing argument, you know what? You just go and you acknowledge it and you just congratulate the other person. That's what you did. When me and Denise had our discussion regarding C19, I conceded that Denise presented a more convincing argument than I did. And we were able to go and we were able to discuss it, okay? We didn't attack each other. We didn't yell at each other, okay? And of course, we have differences, okay? But that's fine. That's fine. That's the beauty part about when you're dealing with different individuals. The beauty part is when you can hear different points of view. Some of that you're going to agree with, other times you're not going to agree with, but then you're able to listen, and maybe you can learn something new. Okay, which for me is one of the beauty parts about this platform, is that we're able to interact logically. We're able to conduct ourselves in a mature manner, and we're also able to discuss differences, but in a mature manner. That's the beauty part, okay? And that's the sign of maturity. Unfortunately, when it comes to certain individuals in the circus, that's a problem. And unfortunately, the delusion is real, okay? And and how people again and again and again and again continue to paint these narratives regarding certain individuals or certain philosophies that they embrace. Okay. Now, you can practice what you want. You can say whatever you want. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Everyone has the right to express their point of views as they see fit. What gets to be an issue is that when you attack someone for holding a different point of view, that's where it's a bit of a problem. Okay. So now, troll. We're going to be talking about trolls. Okay. Every now and then we have trolls coming here, and I'm sure Hybrid is watching this stream right now, and I don't know how he's reacting or whatever, but that's his issue. Look, we have trolls that have been funny, and then we have trolls that acted stupid, okay, and picking arguments with people that's on the panel or on the chat. Going forward, I'm going to be addressing it, and this is my thing. If you think that you're going to come to this platform and attack people on this on the chat or on the panel, and not for me respond, no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I'm going to be a little bit more active or proactive when it comes to this area. And if I have to apply the discipline, I will do so. Okay? Because I want everyone who comes to this platform and express a point of view, they feel comfortable because people, this is my cyber home. This is my cyber home. And I expect people to maintain a certain amount of decorum. Okay. Yes, I will do that. I will do that as well. Now, look, and one thing that I've learned to do. Now, I have been on panels where I've been, share panels with people that I have issues with. Okay, I don't have a problem being on the same panel with people that I have issues with. What I expect from the host is to make sure that all parties involved are mutually respectable. Okay, and if that's going to be a problem, then I would have to think about removing myself from panels because first of all, uh, I'm not here for drama. I don't need any toxicity. Okay, I'm here to share my point of view when it comes to the topic at hand, which is why, first of all, there's certain panels, there's certain discussions I will not join. Okay, it's nothing personal. It's just that, first of all, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, um, I'm not knowledgeable when it comes to the topic at hand. So I would prefer just to listen in the background and learn. Also, I do not I do not wish to interact with certain people that have known to not to be able to interact logically. Yeah, I agree. Look. I'll give you. Look, I'll give you a perfect example. One of Don Amando's streams, um, there was an individual. I'm not going to mention names that hop on the panel that I have issues with. Okay, so I didn't have an issue with it. I was cordial. I was respectable. I allowed this individual to express their point of view. I'm okay. Okay, I don't know if it's that directed towards me or that's directed towards anyone on the chat, but I'm fine. I'm fine. But and we were both able to share the same panel. Okay, which is maturity. Okay, just because I have issues with an individual does not mean that we cannot be, we cannot be mutually respectable. Okay. Yeah, you know what? You need to check. For those of you who have that not done so, um, please support Keisha's new channel. I don't know if you're able to hop on the panel briefly just to talk about your new channels, or if you want to put the information in the chat, because look, I understand people may not be always able to hop on the panel. Okay, that's one thing. That's one thing I have learned is that there are times when people are not able to hop on the panel because they are in the middle of something, or maybe. Okay, all right, okay, yes, yeah. So the name of the new channel is NY Grapevine. Okay. It is it okay? Is okay? Is your channel more like a gossip channel, Keshawn? If you can just put in like a brief description of the new channel in the chat, I really would appreciate it. Okay. But getting but getting back, I mean, we were able to have we have respectable dialogue. Now, before I let my guest in, let me just state for the record that the views of those who appear on the panel are not necessarily those of the host of the channel. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host is prohibited. By appearing on the call, you waive your rights to and sorry the views speak on my home might be considered offensive to some viewers. If you do not like the content, you can block the channel. So now we're going to go ahead and invite our friend.
Thank you for allowing me on the panel.
Good evening, Keisha. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine, thank you. Actually, I'm on vacation next week.
Lucky you. Congratulations. You have anything planned?
Well, actually, yes, I do. In fact, Tuesday, I'm going to do something I have never done before in my life, which is go check out the Christmas spectacular at Rockefeller Center.
Nice, nice. Is that pretty much like the Christmas tree and everything down there?
Well, yeah, that's so all I'm going to do is look at the Christmas tree, see the show, and then I'm going to go somewhere to get a nice meal.
That's cool. There's a lot of people down there right now. My best friend said she's bringing her daughter. She's had a baby. Her husband, and her baby gonna come see it this week too. Well, now they're sick, so maybe they probably won't come, but they were planning to come to New York just to see the tree.
Mm-hmm. So, so tonight we're having open discussion. So as you can see, there's a few things I spoke about. One of the things I spoke about is how DC 37 is suing the administration regarding cuts when it cuts regarding certain positions. I don't know if you have a position, how you feel about that.
Well, I actually did not know about that, but maybe that answers my question for why I'm not hearing back from any of these city agencies I've been applying to for the last 3 months. So it connects some dots for me, but I did not know about that. No, I've seen the mayor on TV a lot for different scandals and situations, but I didn't hear about that specifically. Specifically,
Well, let me just clarify something. There is a hiring freeze, but agencies are able to fill positions, but they have to have permission from the administration to fill those vacancies.
okay, because I definitely spoke to my old union organizer Keisha, and she was at my old location, and she was telling me she's going to speak to administration. But she just came back from vacation, and she said she was out for like a few weeks or maybe a month, and she had a lot of catching up to do. So I'm like, realistically, I got to give her time to do her job before she can get to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, of course right now the city's looking to fill a lot of positions working in the welfare centers and looking for caseworkers or things of that nature. So and believe me, I know that the city is notoriously slow when it comes to hiring people. Believe me.
Yes, I've been applying since probably like maybe September before I was like even out of work. And I've only had one interview, and that was from my old agency. So I definitely have like a new revamped resume. I've been going to job fairs and applying online daily myself. But it's been I haven't heard anything from the city, so that definitely makes a lot of sense, because I've even reached out to people I work with, union people who work with me as a rep, people in the human resources, and it's been crickets. And I wasn't a horrible employee, so I know it has to be something.
Okay, and looks okay. Looks like Keyshawn just accidentally dropped off for whatever reason. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's okay. Thank you.
Sorry about that. I don't know. I think I was touching too many buttons at the same time.
It's okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean,
it is what it is, you know. Yeah, I've been doing my due diligence, sitting home like a couch potato, you know. So yeah.
yeah. Believe me, I can understand and I can appreciate it. I mean, look, it's a it's a real difficult time out there. Um, but look, the bottom line is to try to stay positive, um, and do your due diligence as far as um, seeking employment and things of that nature. Um, but of course, the good news is our friend Denise will be coming back next year.
Oh, I've heard about a few people taking sabbaticals. I was coming across Multi's page, and I see she's out, and I thought I saw Denise in the chat, but I guess she's out now too.
Well, she's been on a sabbatical of sorts. First of all, she became a new mom, so she's been busy um, tending to her child and what have you. So, she will be back. She'll be back. Before, she'll be back before you know it.
She's just not producing content right now, but she's popping around.
Well, I mean, she is active. On Instagram. So,
Okay. Well, listen, that's a very mature, accountable thing to do because we can definitely get lost in comparing ourselves to the people we see on YouTube and social media. It can be overwhelming, trying to keep up with things in personal life. So it's very mature for people to say, you know what, I cannot do this. I need to disconnect. That's a very accountable, mature, responsible thing to do.
yeah, because you know what? Let me tell you something. As YouTube creators, okay, it takes a lot of time and energy to work on content. Okay, first of all, you have to do research, um, to regarding your content, and even if you're just gonna have like open discussion, uh, you need to have some notes prepared, so you know what you have something to say, and then just trying to find the time and what have you, and then things pop up, life situations come about, so it's not always easy to devote the time to create content.
That's very true. Like, there was some months in the beginning where I had like a composition notebook or a journal with a page full of topic ideas, hashtags, dialogue. And there were days where I felt like I was just winging it. And there were days where I just couldn't think of anything interesting to talk about, in my opinion. So I think those are the days where you like, you know what, I need to either be organized and strategic or, take a break until I'm ready to go full throttle.
Yeah, but you know what? First of all, shout out to you to your continued success. I mean, I think you have like about what, like about 550 subs, something like that.
Yeah, I do. But since I changed things up, I'm definitely losing subs here and there, because people subbed for reasons that, wasn't what my core channel should have been about because I started posting all kind of crazy content unrelated to what I wanted to, you know, be about. So I'm losing some subs here and there. So it's a struggle. I'm kind of been stagnant at 553 for a couple of months now. So I'm just hoping that eventually, as YouTube understands my audience and the algorithm, like it'll, continue to keep pushing and not be stagnant. I think I probably just have some confused subscribers, like, hey, where's the ratchetness? Where's the funny stuff? Where's the juicy stuff? And they're like, we don't care about the hair.
Okay. Do you want to talk about NY Grape? Was it NY Grapevine?
Absolutely. I would love to talk about NY Grapevine. So NY Grapevine is my new birth channel. It's a spin-off from Wine and FaceTime in the sense of it's a channel where I want to talk about all types of things without restrictions or, parental advice in certain sort of situations. on Wine and FaceTime, I think I messed up a little bit and did too much. So wine Grapevine is pretty much more about comedy skits, celebrity skits, unboxing reviews, and a more risque Wine and FaceTime where I'll be able to speak more openly and not confuse my audience and talk about the things I passionately want to talk about without worrying about the culture and the brand. So definitely head over to the Grapevine. It's at NY Grapevine. It's a spinoff from my current channel because I'm taking Wine and FaceTime, which is my regular Saturday weekly conversations. I'm taking it to the Grapevine so I can talk about, I heard through the grapevine this, that, and the third, or my personal interest, plus, a little bit more mature adult content audience type of thing. So definitely check that out. I have some shorts and some short videos I've transferred over from my current YouTube to that YouTube, and it's being birthed is at the beginning, but I already got over 3,000 views on a few of my shorts, so it's doing well, and I'm going to be consistent on both. So again, it's at NY Grapevine, a grown, mature, sexy conversation over there. A lot of funny comedy, reviews, unboxing, just nothing about hair, nothing about makeup there, nothing about fitness, a whole different attitude.
Yeah. You know what, Georgia? Sometimes people subscribe to a channel, but they may have certain expectations, and then sometimes when you change your content, sometimes people feel a little disappointed for whatever reason. Um, Now, the beginning of the month, I actually reached 40,000 views, which is for me, that's like a huge milestone. And already I'm over 45,000 views. Um, you know, it. I said this before, and I'll say it again. It's not a sprint; it's a marathon. Okay, and there's going to be times where there's not going to be a great deal of activity in the chat, and I'll be the only one talking. And then there are times when there's like a great deal of chatter in the chat, and sometimes the panel could be almost full to capacity. So it's something that it's a labor of love, but it's like it's just that when you decide to create positive content, it takes a little bit longer for your channel to grow.
Sorry, I was typing a comment in the chat
Okay.
to Millennial um, Mulatto. I don't want to butcher his name. I was trying to type a comment to him, but yes, I agree with you. When you're producing positive, well, constructive, information, it takes a slow grow. But when you're doing ratchet, negative, trendy gossip stuff, that thing goes so quickly. And I'm not gonna lie, Grapevine is kind of, gossipy, trendy, and I see that works. That really works. I have less than 100 videos and already got over 3,000 views off the shorts. So that actually works, unfortunately for us that want to produce the positive content to help and heal and, meet and network with people. Like, we gotta just, we gotta use the good and the bad, the negative and the positive. We gotta switch it up and figure it out, and we all know what works.
Okay. We have another guest, but let me just properly welcome him. Good evening, Ramon.
Hey, good evening, Don Jose. What's going on? Hey, Kichel. What's
How
happening,
are
mama?
you? Good evening. Good to see you.
Evening, guys. How's it going? What's the subject?
Open discussion.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I kind of tuned in just a few minutes ago. So all I can say is when it comes to what Kishel was saying, we have talked about that before. I mean, I wish I could do the whole thing about the ratchetness and the panels of people fighting and arguing. I will have so many subs. I will be doing so much better. But because I don't do that, because it takes a lot of energy to do and a lot of time, and I don't touch on certain subjects that are um, the that might be better for the algorithm, and also considering how YouTube is getting more restrictive, and there is a lot more censorship, it seems. One has to know how to express oneself on the platform, you see.
Well,
Hey,
I have this. I'm sorry. Well, I have discussed it on this platform a couple of times, whether or not there is censorship, or whether or not YouTube is arbitrarily applying the guidelines. But this is the way I look at it. I mean, it does encourage people, well, the responsible people, to make sure that they work on quality content. Oh, by the way, Ramon, guess what? It is 6 days until the first day of winter.
Everybody hates Jose right now.
uh,
Everybody.
it's already kind of chilly down here, and I don't like it at all. It's not too bad. Today it was raining. It was chilly raining. I hate it. I hate it. At least it wasn't too bad, so there wasn't any ice or anything like that. But no, no, it's not for me. It will never be for me. Warm, warm. Give me warm. Give me 95 degrees. I can deal with
Yeah.
that every day. I mean, that's what I'm used to. That's what I grew up with.
In fact, guess what? I'm going to be doing a stream regarding winter.
Well, you can do that one. You don't need me there, so I don't need. Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
We've had
I
like
mean,
30
think about
degrees already, Jose. It's been cold. We've had like 38 degrees already. It's been cold. Don't lie. It has.
that
Yeah.
is not. Excuse me. That is not cold.
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is cold. My guy
Jose
Joe,
be talking
yeah,
like
you
that,
can
but
have the
he
cold
probably
weather.
has his boots on, his hat, his gloves, his mitten, his scarf. He probably has on thermals.
Yeah, having to
Probably
wear
just suited
extra
up.
layers of clothing, no, that's not for me. Not for me.
Every day I have to wear like at least like stretch pants, leggings, or like a workout suit under. It's getting cold under my regular clothes. It's getting cold.
Okay. Okay. First of all, we haven't had winter here in New York in years. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. That's what you keep saying.
Yo, when we finally have a winter that Jose can love, he's probably gonna talk about it forever because I swear I don't know. There's a disconnect between me and him. It be cold up here. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But remember, my definition of cold is a little different.
Yeah,
No,
your definition of cold is
no,
negative.
not a little different. A lot
It's
different.
negative. It's negative below. That's your definition of cold.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, come on now. Don't give me the cold shoulder now.
But not for nothing though. Like it didn't even start yet though. We still got January, February, and March. And March is always the most brick month. March is always like, aha, I thought it was over.
Well, I'm going to claim the blood that this winter will be nice and cold for a change.
Yeah, I'm not ready. Like I'm ready for April and May. My birthday's in May. I'm ready for spring showers and bring the Mayflowers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it. Imagine going outside when it's like 10 degrees outside with a good gust of wind. It puts a little pep in my step.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I know for you it is, but for me, I will be running to hide from the damn cold, trying to avoid hypothermia and bronchitis. I'll be
Now, I'm
trying
not
to.
gonna lie though. Sorry to cut you off, Ramon. If we do have like a nice little snowstorm, like I really hopefully I have a job by then and I'm like doing great. But I definitely want to invest in like some slides, like the snowboard slides. Like I would love to do like snowboarding, like on like just regular snow in a park or something like that. Or we have like those good 8, 10, 12 inches, and like that next day, like I would love to get like the little Amazon plastic little what do you call those things the kids keep slide on? Like I would like to do that. Now that's something I would be game to do, and I don't really like to be cold in the snow, but I would be game for that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Uh, yeah, but think of all the holidays that are coming in the wintertime, like Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day. Think
Valentine's
about
Day is stressful. First off, you gotta buy gifts and make it all special. And if you don't have to do all of that, you have to let someone know how much you appreciate them. And if you ain't got no money, you're like this, baby, I love you. I just love you. And everything's always jewelry and diamonds, and it's a lot of pressure on Valentine's Day. I especially know for the men. Like I feel like men probably experience more pressure than women, because I feel like men probably feel like they always have to get the more expensive gift.
Mm-hmm.
but I'm really looking forward to next week because first of all, I'm going to be on vacation next week, so I'm going to go to Rockefeller Center to watch the Rockettes, and of course, I have a couple of holiday parties I'm going to be attending.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice. I don't
but
have no
Billy,
parties I'm invited to as of yet, but it's all good though.
yeah, well,
Tomorrow I'm probably gonna do a pre-recorded, guys. I did a few pre-recordeds recently, but tomorrow's topic for my show, just put it out there, is gonna be about my New Year's resolutions.
oh
I'm gonna do like
yes.
a top 10 of things that I really want to aspire to do to achieve within myself and stuff like that. And, family goals and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. Well, this is you see this. When it comes to New Year's resolutions, it could be tricky because let me tell you something. Um, you know, New Year's Day. I mean, we're talking about we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do that. But usually before the month is over, we tend a lot of people tend to forget about those New Year's resolutions and what have you. Or what they'll do is they'll give it up for Lent.
That's very true, and I feel like that's why I want to create realistic goals. Like I'm not gonna create no goal like lose 50 pounds in 1 month. Like realistic goals. Like I want to work on myself personally and developmentally. Like that's a realistic goal. Like we all have to continue to work on ourselves, whether it's hard skills, soft skills, going back to college, picking up a certificate or a trade, or going to a workshop or a program. Like I feel like that's gonna be one of my goals, like working on myself both professionally and developmentally. So I feel like when you put a goal on yourself,
Well,
like to lose weight or something like that, or to buy a house or buy a car, like that's when the pressure comes.
yeah. Ramon, you missed Denise. She was in the chat earlier tonight.
I saw her. I saw her in the chat. I mean, it's good to see her, and maybe probably she'll come back soon, so we can see what she's been thinking about. What's her perspective on things? Yeah, yeah. I saw her. I saw her in the chat. I mean, it didn't give me a chance to put a comment in for her, saying hello. So maybe next time.
Yeah, I saw her in the
Okay.
chat too, but I didn't know she was on a sabbatical until I jumped on the stream and Jose actually explained it. I'm like, oh, okay, so I missed the opportunity to talk to her.
Yeah, well, look, let me tell you something. You can't blame her because, first of all, like I said, first of all, she's dealing with a new child, and then she's dealing with, you know, other life situations. So, There are things that are more. There are things that are more important than YouTube.
got a baby over there? Somebody got a baby?
No. Do you?
I thought I heard a baby coughing in the background.
No, that was me. That was me.
Okay.
Oh, how cute, little cough.
Yeah. I'm young like that.
Yeah. But believe me, people, would you believe some of my coworkers call me Mr. Freeze?
I do.
Yeah,
I call you Mr. Freeze.
I can understand that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just because I like things chilly.
Mm-hmm.
They should call you like Storm or something. Like, what's that thing? The harp that can control the weather? Like Mr. Harp. Like, you will probably control the weather everywhere if you could.
Could you imagine if I can control the weather worldwide?
All right, imagine you making it snow in places that it doesn't snow, like Florida and Texas. They would hate you. Like, vote him out. Vote him out. He gotta go.
No. I look. First of all, I would be a benevolent dictator. Okay. I would allow one day out of the year that the temperature reaches 90 degrees. Okay. You know what? I'll be extra generous. I'll say 2. Okay.
I think I would like to experience like how certain parts of the country like are dark 24/7 for like 6 months at a time. Like I would like to see what that's like to every day it's like dark like for months at a time. Like that would be a unique experience. I don't know where exactly that happens, but I feel like I've seen that on TV somewhere before.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine if I can make Texas like a winter wonderland?
Well, it's a lot of space in Texas, so that would be a big ass winter wonderland. All that space, all that dry flat land they got, like that would be like a whole Disney World, California, Disney World, Florida. That would be like a whole big show.
Yeah. And of course, I'll be generous. The temperature would not get below 20 below.
That just makes me think about being a kid when we had like snowsuits and your parents will put all those layers on you to go to school in the winter time that you could barely unzip to go to the bathroom. Those were the days, you were suffocating and sweating to death all the layers they would put on you.
Yes, I miss the good old days when winter was actually winter.
I feel like winter was more fun as a kid. As an adult, it wasn't.
Okay. So, but Ramon, do you have any idea when you're going to be doing any content soon?
Well, actually, I was thinking about doing a little something tonight, but because you were on, I guess I had to push it back. Because I've been trying to follow the whole thing with this female boxer. That was apparently some older video came out that she got dropped. She got knocked down by a dude actually in a sparring because she spars dudes and she was complaining something about it. I want to touch on that when I have the chance, and I thought that I had a chance to do that tonight, but yeah, you were on and I didn't do it early enough, so maybe if not later, then tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see if I do a little something.
Well, also Don Armando has a stream on tonight as well, so it's like.
Yeah, that was another thing. I saw that and I was like, okay, too many people.
I forgot all about him as I got on this stream. I definitely put a chat in on his stream early and liked it early because I thought I was gonna miss it. But I forgot all about his stream when I got on here. I definitely already showed love over there.
Well,
yeah, how about you, Chichala? You're gonna be doing a stream soon?
I'm definitely doing a pre-recorded tomorrow night for Wine and FaceTime, talking about my New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna do a top 10 New Year's resolution list for myself. But as as far as a live, probably sometimes during the week in the mornings, I see a lot of people on YouTube between like 7 and 12 and like 5 and like 10. So somewhere in the week, if I don't, I'll probably do a live stream between those times, somewhere between Monday and Friday.
Okay.
Well, Sunday, I'm going to be doing a stream regarding Parkchester.
Oh, your beloved Parkchester. We know you love your son Parkchester, and you
That
are,
should be good.
yeah.
What are you gonna talk about? Like the developments or like the whole area?
The whole area, just the beauty parts about Parkchester. First of all, because it's like a small community in itself. I mean, you have places to shop, you have places to eat, you have a small park, and of course, we don't have a rat problem here in Parkchester.
Yeah, just a Mickey Mouse problem. Well, I won't lie, Parkchester looks really nice still. Like I haven't been to the Bronx in a long time. Well, since I've been working up there, but the last time I went to the Bronx, I feel like the Parkchester area still looks nice and clean. It's like only like one of the cleanest parts of the Bronx. Parkchester, Pelham Bay. There's some clean parts of the Bronx. So Parkchester is a very clean part of the Bronx compared to the South Bronx. But the northeast side of the Bronx is really nice, looking as far as
Yes.
the landscape.
Well, of course, one of the highlights of this year was the fact that I was able to interview Xtina on my platform.
Oh yes, that was a great interview. I remember that interview. I asked so many questions. I was low key worried people were annoyed with me for asking so many questions, but that was a great interview.
Yeah, and when you think about it, the fact that she doesn't doesn't get on too many panels a lot. I mean, that was special.
And she's so nice too. I mean, that's first time actually like seeing her live, whoever the case is. I feel like, I guess I may be like doing too much of stereotyping, but I guess like maybe some people like may think that when people have like a whole big subscription list that they're like mean or attitude-ish or bitchy, but she was none of that. She was pleasant, she was calm, she was cool, she was like, like a real well-rounded, nice person. That's what made the interview so great. Like she was just so helpful.
Yes, she was very she was very sweet. She's very sweet. Ramon,
Yes.
again, if you come to New York in the wintertime, I will come to Texas in the summertime. I think it's perfectly fine.
You weren't there. You weren't there coming down here in the summertime. But no, I'm not going. I'm not going up there. I'm not going up there in the middle of the winter. I mean, I'll go sick. I'll get. Yeah, no. I don't want to get bronchitis.
Then explain to me how can I don't get sick in the wintertime?
Well, you don't get sick in the winter time because you're Mr. Freeze. That's why. So, yeah.
Well, remember, my definition of winter is a little different. Okay?
It just started too. Like we didn't even get into the middle of it. It's already 30 or 20. So by the time we get to like February, March,
It's
really, below 20.
It's
It's gonna be,
41.
below 20.
Look, it's 41 degrees, so it's autumn.
True. Like I'm gonna lie, you can go outside right now in New York City with like a denim jacket and a hoodie or like a long pea coat or a long fall coat. You don't need a snorkel right now. You don't need a whole goggles. You don't need mittens and gloves. You can go outside without that and be okay. You're not gonna freeze right now.
Okay. Now from 19 degrees to 10 degrees, I call that light winter. Now from 9 to 0, I call that medium winter. From 1 below to 9 below, I call that normal winter.
Mm-hmm.
From 10 below to 19 below, I call that heavy winter. From 20 to 29 below, I call that extreme winter. And 30 below and onward, I call it deadly.
Wow. I call December midwinter. I call January, not so I call December beginning of winter. January midwinter. February, March, winter, because it's cold.
Well, I mean, anything below 50 degrees, that's already too cold for me. So thankfully, where I'm at is that's only gonna last like a couple of months, and then it's gonna get better. It's only gonna be a couple of months, and temperatures are gonna start going up as they should, because I'm not dealing with no cold ass winter.
Like in New York, you definitely need to have snow boots. You need to have rain boots. You need to have like UGG boots or like some kind of like water protected boot. Like you need various types of boots during the winter. You cannot just have one kind of boot out here because we get slush, we get snow, and we get that black ice like all in the same week sometimes for long periods of time. So you need like three different kind of boots out here.
And of course, we have beautiful beaches like we have Orchard Beach, we have Coney Island, we have Brighton Beach, we also have Reese Beach.
Well, he means that when you put up the AI filter in the back of your video while being at those beaches, they look like beautiful beaches. That's what he meant to say.
Oh, come on. We all know that Orchard Beach is the French Riviera of the Bronx.
Until you step on that sand with them bottles and them caps and all that crazy stuff in there. It's nice until you put your bare feet on them sand, on that sand.
Okay, I admit it might get a little dirty once in a while.
A little sharp and rocky between the toes, to be honest. You can lose a toe out there, man. You gotta wear those shoes that the toe parts is in it, or some flip flops. Don't put your bare feet in that sand at Orchard Beach. You're gonna be missing some toes when you come out.
Oh, come on.
But I'm not gonna lie though, I went to Jones Beach a few years ago. Like it's really not that much different. Honestly, I feel like all the beaches in New York, like I only been to like those beaches. But they all have the same sand. There's no clean, dirty free, litter free sand in New York City beaches, in my opinion. If you've seen that whole thing, please comment. But I feel like all the beaches in New York, the sand is the same. They're pretty, there's nice amenities, great food and restaurants and amusement and things to do and everything like that. But when it comes to specifically the sand, I've never seen a clean beach sand in New York City or New York at all.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing. You're staying stuck in New York. I mean, you're not gonna see a real beach in New York. You have to travel. You have to travel to where there is real tropical environment with real beaches.
But we have real beaches in New York.
Nah. You have to go to Puerto Rico or something, or
I've
to
been
the
to Puerto
DR
Rico.
so you can
I've
see.
been to Dominican Republic. I've been
Oh
to
yeah.
Bahamas.
Okay. So you have seen.
I
what
have.
a real beach
So I know
looks like.
I know what beautiful real beaches look like, and I know what we got here is not it. So when Jose keeps saying that,
Hell no,
I
it's
be
not it.
suspicious. I be laughing so hard when Jose says, I'm like, oh, he is a good poker face. He's so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But before you know it, it will come time to start a new season of Uncommon Sense and coming up with a new theme. So I will present it when it's time, because I always try to come up with something cute. So the theme of the season was the uncommon folk is here.
The uncommon folk.
Yes. That's my name. That's my name for my supporters.
Mm.
Okay. Cool, cool. Yeah, I think I have about maybe like 15 episodes left, and I'll be entering season 3 of my platform as well. And I want to see like what, I definitely don't want to repeat season 1 and season 2 and season 3. So I definitely need to think, 15 episodes in, what's going to be different? What's the purpose? What are they getting here that they didn't get before?
Okay. Well, of course, Christmas is coming. In fact, Christmas is, let's see, today is the 15th, so Christmas will be here in 10 days. So, what are your thoughts as it pertaining to Christmas?
I wanted to pass already because I'm so depressed that I'm not working. So I wanted to be like December 26th already, honestly. But I've done my shopping. I have my tree. I'm gonna have family over. I don't know if I'm gonna be cooking. I'll probably be cooking something small, but Christmas is for the kids. It's not for adults. I feel like it's not about adults. It's about giving family time moments, and that's what I'm gonna do. And gonna be a little late, but that's fine. And it's all about memories and other things. It's not about financial money you're spending on someone. It's about giving, being with family, and all those other good things. It's not about how much money you spend on Black Friday and Cyber Monday and how spoiled are your kids.
Ramon, your thoughts about Christmas?
Well, because of what I have been dealing for the last couple of years, I don't I don't get into the Christmas spirit like that much anymore. Um, to me, this holiday season is gonna be just part of the end of the year. I don't think too much about it because all I'm gonna do is get depressed, get sad because of the losses, because of things that have changed, um, because of what I have dealt with, because of my losses, because of um, who I don't have anymore in my life. Um, so okay, I guess I can use this time to do some reflection, but when it comes to the holidays, I'm just not into the spirit. Yeah, everyone else that can get into the holiday spirit, great, wonderful. I don't. I mean, I it's something that apparently has to do when one gets a little older. One is not in it anymore like that. There are certain things that you just grow out of. Um, and I don't have anybody. I don't have any family here when I'm at, so that that has to do with it. But yeah, yeah, everybody that can enjoy the holidays for everything that is for whatever the meaning is, great. It's just that I don't think too much about it.
Well,
Wow. We're kind of seeming like we're not holiday spirit people. Sorry, Jose. We ain't really saying any la 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 la
No,
things.
no, 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 definitely not. No, it's just that when it comes to the holiday season, it's not so much about the spirituality of it. It's more about it's just an excuse to party. And where I'm from, that's how it is. I mean, a lot of there is a lot of joy in it, into the festivities and the celebrations, but it's more about having a good time. I mean, over here, it's supposed to be more about the spirituality of it and all of the sweet, slow songs that you're gonna hear everywhere. I mean, they make me sad. I get depressed because it's
Yeah.
pretty slow songs about Christmas. Nothing wrong with that, but they depress me. So I mean, I get depressed. I get sad because it's not what I grew up with. It's not what I. It's not the type of thing that I grew up listening to. It's more rhythmic, more danceable. What I listen, what one would listen to on the island.
And
well,
we all celebrate Christmas differently too. Like every culture, Christmas means something
Yeah,
different to them. And if you're not religious and you don't have a specific, religion, that may even look more different to you as well too.
Yeah. No, to many people, it has everything to do with the religious part of it. But for a lot of my people, is also an excuse to have a good time and to party because after all, on the island it doesn't get cold, so they can go out and have the Christmas parties without having to deal with the weather, you know. So yeah, that's kind of like more like how it is back home.
Well, I can understand it to an extent because look, um, in my lifetime, I have lost both my parents, four of my siblings, and one grandnephew. So, and the fact that whatever reason, my nephews and nieces, for the most part, decided to avoid me like the plague. So, for me, um, it caused me to focus on what for me is the true meaning of Christmas. It's not the fact that Jesus was born on the 25th of December. That's not the issue. The fact that he that he came into this world and that and for me it's the fact that I'm celebrating someone that has touched so many different lives throughout the centuries. So of course, I'm looking at it through a different perspective. I will be spending Christmas Eve, Christmas Day with my sister, and then we'll probably just eat and just enjoy each other's company.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. But one thing I've talked about quite a bit is mental health issues because for a lot of people, the holidays are a very depressing time.
The that it could be easily, it could be for me. I just really make sure it doesn't happen. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't get like a depressing time for me. I mean,
Okay.
definitely have to make an effort to not to let that happen.
That's true. That's true. But I think what I'll do is I'll start to wrap it up. Are you guys able to hang out in the backstage after the stream, or you guys are busy?
I can be there for a few minutes.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna just, pop in Don's room, just say hello, because I'm not sure if he's gonna close out or anything. So I'm gonna probably just head over there.
Okay. Before, do you have any final remarks, Keisha?
Well, thank you always, for inviting me and allowing me to join your panel. Shout out to everybody who saw this live in a replay. Shout out to you for having this discussion. Shout out to Ramon for being here with us, vibing out, discussing this as well. And just to tap into what you were saying, Ramon, I do understand that this is depression time for some people. Everyone's not happy and jolly for mental health reasons and for loss reasons, like Jose said as well. So I do get that as well, and I'm happy having this conversation because it's for somebody. It may not be for all of us, but it's definitely for somebody. So thank you for allowing me, and thank you guys for following my new channel, NY Grapevine, and thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you very much. So, thank you very much, and please feel free welcome to hop on whenever you're able. Thank you very much, Keisha.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. So now we're going to turn to the lover of cold, who wants to go to Times Square to watch the ball drop in shorts and sandals, who wants to be buried in snow, who does not think that New York has a serious rat problem, who think Orchard Beach is the most beautiful beach in the world, who wants Texas to become a winter wonderland. The introvert Boricua.
No, no, no. It's not like that. No, no call for me. No call for me. That's not for me. Nah. But I mean, when it comes to the subject, it was good. It was fun. Thanks for having me. I don't really have a lot to say when it comes to it. Um, but I mean, there were many topics. There were many things. There were many topics, and appreciate you letting me be on your panel. And when it comes to when it comes to some of the things that you were saying, and I mean, it's true. It's true. And you have subjects that they don't stir up drama and things like that, and maybe um, doing some of that will be more beneficial for the algorithm, but it's not for everybody. So that's really all I can say about that. But once again, I appreciate you letting me be on your panel, and that's basically all I got. And I'll hang out. Yeah,
Okay, thank
I'll
you
hang
very
out for a
much.
little
And
bit.
before, yeah, thank you very much. And I want to encourage everyone to please subscribe to Inchworld Boricua and check out his content. Okay, so I'm gonna put you in the backstage.
Mhm.
Now I'm going to give you my final thoughts. Okay, we talked a lot of different topics, and some of them with lighthearted. Others, the fact of the matter is, excuse me, excuse me. The fact of the matter is, just try to be the best version of yourself. And when it comes to with the holidays, it could be a sad time for some people. So I'm just want to say, look, if you know anyone that's going through some sad times, try to be a little bit more compassionate. And if people feel a little lonely, think about inviting them to some social functions, or if nothing else, just spend some time with them. That will be a big morale boost for them. So, as always, a huge shout out to everyone that appeared on the panel, and a huge shout out to all those who appear in the chat. So, I'm going to be live on Sunday at I think 10 o'clock. Where I'm going to be talking about the joys of Puckchester and why I love it so much. So, and of course, everyone is more than welcome to enter their comments after the stream is over. Just keep it respectful. So, and of course, we must do everything possible to minimize our content with a mentally and intellectually challenge, because if we fail to do so, we'll be infected by the stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron saying good night, take care, and peace.